Today, we're going to do a deep dive into the settings of the AirCurve 11 BiPAP machine from ResMed so that you can feel confident with changing the pressure settings as well as the other settings in the menu, both the patient menu and the secret clinician menu. Ooh. By the end of this video, you'll be able to tweak settings as needed so you can get the best night of sleep you didn't even think was possible. So, now the bar has been set appropriately high, let's get started. Well, hey there, I'm Ruben from RespShop. This video goes into changing your settings. For more details on what these settings actually mean, we've done a review on the AirCurve 11 that you can watch by clicking the link above me or in the description below. Now, before we get started, there is one important bit of housekeeping to go over, and that is you need to always consult with your doctor before changing the settings of your device. These have typically been set based on the results of a sleep study that you've done and are customized to your needs. So with that disclaimer being understood, let's start with what you all came here for, which is changing the pressure settings. To change the pressure settings, you'll need to enter the clinician menu. From the home screen, press and hold the My Options and My Sleep View buttons for about 3 seconds and the menu background will turn white. The buttons will change and at the top of the screen it will say Clinical Home. The clinical menu that you now have access to has a lot more options than the standard patient menu. Tap Settings. The AirCurve 11 will have 3 options under Mode. CPAP mode will treat the unit like a regular manual CPAP, where you set a single air pressure that will be delivered constantly on both inhalation and exhalation. It's unlikely that you'll want this mode because if you have the AirCurve 11, then your doctor has determined that you need the additional flexibility of an independent inhalation and exhalation pressure, and you don't get that when you're in CPAP mode. S stands for spontaneous mode. Now this mode provides regular BiPAP therapy where you set the pressure independently for both your inhalation and then your exhalation, and this pressure stays consistent when the machine detects that you are either breathing in or out. Any pressure adjustments on the AirCurve can be made in increments of 0.2, so you can dial in that pressure to be what you need. Think of S mode as the BiPAP version of a manual CPAP mode because the pressure stays at the same level for each breath. But the most common mode is VAuto. This is an automatic mode where the machine will detect the amount of pressure you need on your inhalation and exhalation to provide the most efficient therapy by providing the pressure you need at each breath, but only the minimum pressure. Because your needs change throughout the night, this mode allows the machine algorithm to provide the ideal pressure to keep your airway open while you sleep. But it will stay within the pressure range that you set. To set this range, you can change the max IPAP setting, which is the highest pressure level the machine can go to on inhalation, and the min EPAP setting, which, as you can guess, is the minimum pressure level the machine can go to on exhalation. In VAuto mode, you will also have another setting that you can adjust, which is labeled in the machine as PS, which stands for pressure support. The pressure support is the difference between the inhalation and exhalation pressure levels the algorithm will use, and it will keep this fixed. So, let's say you have IPAP at 20 and EPAP at 4 and set the pressure support at 6. If the algorithm decides that you need 16 pressure when you inhale, it will keep the pressure support fixed at 6 and so drop down to 16 minus 6, which is 10 on the exhale. If it then decides that you don't need so much pressure and drops the inhale pressure to 10 centimeters H2O, the exhale pressure will drop to 10 minus 6, which is 4. But the algorithm will never let the inhale pressure go above 20, nor the exhale pressure drop below 4. Next, we'll look at some of the other ways to customize how the unit delivers the pressure adjustments. On both the VAuto and ASV models of the AirCurve, there are therapy features called Cycle and Trigger that can adjust the sensitivity of the machine when responding to the pattern of your breathing. Above those, you will see a setting called Tie Range. This is where you can change the minimum and maximum amount of time in seconds that the machine will allow you to take on your inhalation before it drops to the exhalation pressure. This is designed to encourage those with irregular breathing patterns to take more consistent breaths. To change the comfort settings, again, access the clinical menu by tapping on the My Options and My Sleep View buttons on the home screen for about 3 seconds. Then tap Settings. The comfort settings on the AirCurve 11 are similar to what you would see on most CPAP machines. They allow you to adjust the ramp time when the machine is first turned on. Ramping is when the unit slowly ramps up the pressure while you're falling asleep. This helps you to fall asleep with less air pressure in your mask, as you're able to control your breathing pattern while you're still awake, so you won't have an apnea. The pressure will slowly ramp up to your chosen therapy setting level over the course of 5 to 45 minutes, or you can turn ramp off altogether to have the unit deliver the full pressure levels from the moment it is turned on. You can also adjust the starting EPAP pressure of your ramping, but you can only select a number lower or equal to the min EPAP pressure that you've already chosen in the therapy settings. The last comfort setting is humidity level. This setting dictates how much the humidifier moistens the air before entering your airway. The humidity level can be left off or set from 1 to 8, with 8 being the most moist air. The rule of thumb here is if you're getting dry nose or mouth when you use your BiPAP machine, then turn up the humidity level. But if you're getting moisture building up in your tube, which is also known as rain out, then lower the humidity level. Pro tip, it's always a trade-off of how much of the water will be used up at the higher humidity settings. The AirCurve 11 doesn't have the largest capacity water chamber, so if you have the humidity level set very high, you may find that you're needing to refill the water chamber during the night. So tweak the setting until you have that right balance for you, for your living environment, where you aren't getting a dry nose or mouth, but the water in the chamber is lasting for as long as possible. The next settings are less about personal opinion and more just about telling the machine the type of setup you have so that it can optimize its performance to give you the best therapy possible. To access the full mask and tube settings, once again, you will need to be in the clinical menu. From the home screen, tap My Options and My Sleep View for about 3 seconds and then tap Settings. Scroll down to the Accessories tab and adjust the settings as needed. Mask setting has 3 options. Select the type of mask you're using with your AirCurve. If you're unsure, we've done a full mask guide video, which you can watch by clicking the link at the top of the screen or in the description. Make sure you have the correct type of tubing selected. Unless you pay extra for the Climate Line air tubing, then the AirCurve 11 ships with the Slimline non-heated tubing. So if you are using the default tubing that shipped with the unit, then make sure this is set to Slimline. And BV filter stands for bacterial viral filter. Unless you specifically know that you are using one of these filters, then you are most probably not. The standard filters that ship with the unit are not BV filters, so most likely this should be set to off. Finally, let's take a look at some of the other settings. Once more, let's go to the clinical menu by tapping and holding the 2 icons from the home screen. Then scroll to the Options tab. It's a good practice to set the patient view to advanced. This will give a few more options in the standard patient menu. If you've come this far in the video, then you're probably ready to have that extra access. It will only give access in the patient menu to things that don't disrupt your core sleep therapy settings. If Smart Start is turned on, then when the user first starts to breathe through the mask, the unit will detect this and begin to send air pressure through the tubing, and conversely, with Smart Stop, the unit will shut off when it detects that the mask has been removed. Most users leave Smart Start in the on position and Smart Stop in the off position, simply because if you have the ramp settings activated, that will mean that the ramp will begin again once the mask has been removed, as the unit must restart. So if you get up in the night to use the bathroom, you'll have to go back through that ramping phase. Care Check-In will send updates, tips, and advice on maximizing the use of your BiPAP machine and sleep therapy. It's up to you whether you are a do-it-yourselfer or whether you like prompts from manufacturers to establish good habits. The Configuration tab is self-explanatory. Here is where you can change the language of the device, units of measurement, and other data. Now, if you've made it this far, then hats off to you. You are now well familiar with everything you could want to change within the settings menu of the AirCurve 11. Don't forget that RespShop.com has all the CPAP equipment and resources you could need to stay on top of your sleep therapy to make sure you're getting your best night of sleep possible. If you appreciated this video, say thank you by giving it a like and subscribe to our channel. This is the place on YouTube for all things CPAP. Well, thanks everyone, and until next time, sleep tight. Bye-bye for now.